Hi, this is Getting Well with Hillary, and I've been trying to record a video about the quote of the week, which is, "Are you waiting for someone else to change so you can be happy?" So each time I've gotten interrupted, and then, you know, I'm talking about my mom, so I'm like, what if she watches this? But she knows. Okay, so I'm going to try it again. The person that I wanted to be different so I could be not annoyed was my mother. And I was telling someone this, and my father had passed away a few years ago, and I heard his voice saying, "She's never going to change." And he had this nice raspy voice from a surgery. And he was like, "She's never going to change." And so I was like, oh my God, I've been expecting her to change, and she's not, you know? So, given that she asked a lot of questions, I, even though I accepted her as is, I would still get annoyed. And every time I got annoyed, she's getting older, as we all are. And I was like, I am a horrible person, a horrible daughter for getting annoyed at this poor woman. She just being herself. So finally, we had a conversation. And I said, "Why do you ask so many questions?" And she said, "I'm curious. I want to know." And I was like, "Okay." She says, "That's just how I am." I said, "Okay, well, how you are is annoying to me. And how I am is annoyed when you are annoying." Now, that may seem terrible, but it was actually very freeing. And instead of being annoyed now, I can just laugh because I was like, wow, aren't we a pair? You're annoying and I'm annoyed. And for the first time, I was free. I was free to be annoyed. I was free to actually hear her questions. And instead of wanting to run away, I could answer them. So, one of the techniques I use in Getting Real with Hillary to create freedom is not resisting your experience. And when I was thinking I shouldn't be annoyed, I was getting more and more and more and more annoyed with me, feeling bad about feeling bad, which is a trap. And once I just simply acknowledged, you know what, it's annoying to me, I was free. So I don't know if that makes sense. That's one example of just accepting her and not expecting her to change so I could not be annoyed. And then the other thing is that sometimes when people will say something to me, and it sounds like an insult or a criticism, now I know I'm very sensitive, but I was silently or subconsciously wishing that they wouldn't do that so that I wouldn't have to get fucked up and upset and think they're right. And so I realized after putting this quote out that, you know what? People are never going to stop saying stuff. And they mean what they mean now. So instead of wishing they would change so I could be happy and free, I realized, okay, I have to deal with this in a different way. And I can just say, hey, what do you mean by that comment? Right? Or, wow, this is what I'm thinking you said. So I could be different. I could just acknowledge that it triggered me or that I took it a certain way. There's a lot of things that I can do because waiting for people to stop doing that is never going to happen. And then it's just like I become this victim. And look what they said and all this. So just yesterday, now this wasn't even an insult. This woman that I hadn't seen for a while says, "Wow, it looks like you lost weight." And I was like, "Thank you." And what I'm thinking is, did I look fat before? She wasn't even insulting me, and I took it as an insult, right? I think it's a compliment, but where does my brain go? So anyway, that's another thing that I've been looking at, and that's one of the things that we're going to put out this week is, why do I take an insult at face value, accept it as truth, but a compliment, I'm very suspicious. Why do you say that? Are you trying to trick me? Is someone putting you up to this? It's like one of those Disney movies where they bet them to ask the girl out, but they don't really like them, but then they fall into love. Anyway, fall in love. So, anyway, I'm just thinking, I'm just looking at all this about acceptance and insults and compliments and why is it so hard? So, food for thought. hope you like it. This is called Getting Real with Hillary, and our quote of the week is, "Are you waiting for someone else to change so you can be happy?" Visit us at our website, gettingrealwithhillary.com. Please subscribe. We now have a newsletter. It's so exciting. And if you haven't subscribed, just email us, contact us, and we will get you on the list. Okay? So thanks. This is really fun. And the blog, let's see, creatinglifeouthere.com, and the book on Amazon. If you haven't read it, it's a great read. If I do say so myself, The Second Piece of French Toast. See you soon.